Hello, my adorable animals, and welcome to another alluring episode of Hey Qween with me, your host, Jonny McGovern. Today's show is going to be advantageous. Our guest is a beautiful trans icon who can do it all. She's an activist, actor, artist, author, musician, performer, tech whiz, and so much more. She's also a veteran of both the military and the Hey Qween Sparkle Couch. And I'm so glad she's back. It's my love, the gorgeous, stunning Calpernia Addams here today. But before she gallivants on out here, there are two dishonorably discharged degenerates in the Hey Qween studio with me. It's my emotional support orchestra, Adam Joseph and Erickatoure.
Hey Qween, hey Qween, hey Qween, hey Qween.
Wow, might I say stunning. I like your nod to Calpernia's first viral hit.
One of my favorite viral hits from Miss Calpernia, honey. She's stunning.
When she walks into the room, all the boys start running.
You can look but don't touch, because baby, I'm stunning.
Yeah, God. I love Calpernia, our very first Hey Qween guest back again today. And I'm glad, Erica, you brought out the fruity stripes for the occasion. Look at that. Now, did you kill the zebra from Fruit Stripes gum to get those pantyhose?
I sure did. Nothing like a rainbow zebra pelt, tight, and Easter chevron.
I heard that zebra was gay.
Oh, well.
You were right.
You were right. Look at the stripes. Look at the stripes. Bloop. Well, I'm glad they sacrificed your life for their beauty. Oh, my God. Well, guys, we have the original Hey Qween guest, kind enough to come in before we were anything of a show. Calpernia Addams back today. Hit it, emotional support orchestra.
She's always stunning and serving you. Watch out, kids, it's Calpernia.
And we'll be back with the stunning Calpernia Addams right after this very gay break. She was our first ever guest on Hey Qween, and be still my heart, she has returned. It's Calpernia Addams.
She's always stunning and serving you. Watch out, kids, it's Calpernia.
Yay!
That was amazing, by the way. Wow.
She's worthy of a theme song everywhere she goes. Hey, Qween.
Well, hey, Daddy, what's going on?
Honey, I am so excited to have you back on the Sparkle Couch. Look, Mama, we've grown up and we have new fancy stuff, see?
I love it when I see my friends become progressively more and more famous, because you were always famous, starting with a Big Gay Sketch Show and everything, and now look at you now.
Look at her now. Just great to be able to watch old episodes of Hey Qween and watch myself progressively age older and older. Ding!
I don't see a thing, but wait, let me, no.
Oh, look a little closer. She's like, yes, you're older. Oh, honey. Well, that was a long time ago, our very first episode of Hey Qween.
I sometimes still flash back to like what an honor it was actually for you to have me as the first guest, because I've seen your show like get so huge, and I'm like, why in the world did they want to talk to me? I don't.
Oh, Calpernia, because you're stunning, you're smart, you're gorgeous, you're talented, and you were available for a show that no one had heard of.
That's me. I answer the phone. I'll take it.
Adam and Erica, how lucky are we to have this gorgeous diva on the couch today?
Girl,
Incredibly lucky.
Stunning, honey.
Super
Yes.
stunning. One of my faves.
I know I'm stunned.
So Calpernia, girl, it has been quite a year.
Oh, God. I mean, like this time a year ago, I was doing 12 shows a month at least, live, in person. You know, I had all these gigs, all these plans. And then just as the world changed, I the gigs dried up and the makeup got put on the shelf and the wigs got put away, and it's been so weird.
I know. Luckily, you are the kind of person who has always made their own videos, always edited, produced, created. You've programmed all the stuff. So you've seemed like you've made a pretty seamless transition into the world of digital performance.
Well, it's funny, with all the free time that we've had recently, I was able earlier in the year to go back and visit my parents several times. And they bought me a Commodore 64 computer back, when this was like one of the first computers you could buy and use in your house. And I learned that. I learned how to program it and everything, and I've just kept up. So as all the technology has started, I jumped on every platform, and that's why I'm at Calpernia on every platform.
That's right.
Because I got there early.
You did. You got there early and you got it done. Now, how have you enjoyed the digital performance space? It's definitely different than Hamburger Mary's and on tour with Patrick Starr and all the different places you've been doing.
Well, it keeps the filthy little people away from me. So I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, it's actually way harder, as you know, as a live entertainer, when you don't get that hooting and hollering and clapping and stuff. Like if you're doing stand-up or anything online and you tell the joke, you want to hear people laugh. You want to hear them clap. You want to shake your boobs in somebody's face or whatever and get that reaction. And you just don't get it as much online. But you do have the comment scroll and everything. You have to... But now we're all like, we have some phone duct taped to a broom handle, right. And we're like trying to read the comments as we.
Ay. Now, how have you been holding up socially during the pandemic? Now, you have a boyfriend, and you have a little bubble of people that you've been able to see.
Very, very tiny. I starred in the first out transsexual dating show, Trans American Love Story. You haven't heard of it, but and the good thing to come out of that was the host was America's Gaysian sweetheart, Alec Mapa, a fantastic actor and stand-up comedian, and nothing helped my career at all out of that show except that we became like family from it. And so he and his husband and their son Zion, who I'm Auntie Callie to, are like family, and they're in my bubble, and my boyfriend and my best friend Andrea James, and that's it. And I get tested, but as long as I have them, I'm having fun.
Mm-hmm. Now, Calpernia, you have created your own video hits for so many years, including the song we did together, Like in Big Dick, that you edited. A classic number, everyone.
All the bottoms in the club.
Do you think that we would get away with that song today?
I
don't know.
Get sued in prison together, yeah.
Well, you edited that. We performed it at the Hollywood Palladium, darling.
Well, my boyfriend, just a regular, salt of the earth straight guy, he loves rock bands and stuff, and so he has gone to the Palladium to see all these big rock bands. And whenever I tell him, well, I performed at the Palladium, he's like, yeah, but you were singing Like in Big Dicks.
Now, Calpernia, it's got to be almost a decade ago when you created the super viral hit, Bad Questions to Ask a Transsexual. And you started a wave that is still going today, because when I was looking to see how many views that video had and where it was now, there's now a wave of the same video as recently as this month. People are still doing a version of that video. Tell me about when you first made it and the reasons behind it and why it's still important today.
Well, YouTube was very new then. Like, they didn't even have all this stuff where, the front page has curated sections of this and that. It was just kind of the Wild West, earliest days of YouTube. And as a young, hot, sexy, attractive lady, I would often get a lot of attention, and with that came questions about being trans. And back then I was a little more sassy and bitter about it. So I was like, ugh, just stop. And I made the video, uploaded it, and YouTube wrote to me, like some executive at YouTube, and they were like, do you mind if we feature this on the front page of YouTube? Because they didn't even do that back then. I was like, huh, sure.
Right.
Sure, whatever, sure.
No biggie.
Yeah. And it ended up, with like several million views, which at the time was a mind blower. And I had no idea what was going to happen. Of course, it wasn't monetized, so I didn't make a dime off of it. But
Shucks.
I feel like it was fun though, because it did kind of educate people and push back a little. I got to be a little sassy, a little bitchy, and I'm glad it's out there. I've mellowed a lot since then, though.
Right. Don't worry. Your children are all out there being as militant and hardcore as ever, which is good.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that those bad questions have changed or are more important to know now? Or what do you think in terms of how that relates to today?
Well, a lot has expanded since those days. Like back when I started transition, which was in the 90s, the gender was still very binary, and being from the South and everything, it even more traditional. I have often said I'm a bit of a radical assimilationist in that I do like to assimilate into the gender binary, but the path that I got there through is kind of radical in that, it was through transition and stuff. And the questions now, I think, are more like, what does asexual mean, or what does non-gender, or what are other genders besides male and female? And the younger people are answering those questions right now, because at this point I'm just kind of an old lady enjoying her womanhood.
Yes.
Hello, children. Click,